In the name of Allah, the compassionate, merciful. Honorable dignitaries, Janab Wajjatul Islam, Mahdavi Poor, Honorable Representative of Supreme Leader of Islamic Republic of Iran in India, Dear P. Sayyid Shabir Naqshbandi, President of All India Religious Leaders Association, all the dignitaries, Dr. Dalla, our guests arrived from Mumbai, honorable leaders from various religions, Maulanas, and our friends from media and electronic presses, all the dignitaries on the dais, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. At the outset, I welcome you, all honored representatives of different religions from Islamic Republic of Iran and India, who all accepted our invitation and graced the occasion. Today's event is one of the many activities aimed towards fulfillment of the sacred goal to enable integrity between all the religions and seeks a common understanding between them about their outlook on future of the world and the Savior of mankind. As you all are aware, the last Savior of mankind is the idea of a bright future enshrined in human justice and security, which are also the decisive opinions of all the scientists and the scholars in different religions, such as Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Zoroastrianism, Jains, and several other believers of different faiths. The subject of this seminar presents a common concept that should be discussed in a spiritual atmosphere and should be away from prejudice. As you know, at the beginning of the current century, unfortunately, it makes the new generation feel that the future is dark, hopeless, and surrounded by unending maladies. Dear audience, there is no doubt if the observers of each nationality or faith become delinquent towards humanitarian religions and negligent of their spiritual duties by withholding the realities that youth must be aware of, then they will be transformed into an eccentric culture serving the self-interest and ego. They cannot rescue others. The doors of happiness and peace will be closed, and corruption will be perpetual and widespread. Subsequently, reluctance and disappointment would darken the horizon of mankind, and younger generation will be morally collapsed. Therefore, as a humble initiative, it is the need of the hour that we must save the future of our children by organizing and promoting a global talk on Savior in various religions and their outlook about the future. The next goal of this conference is to invite discussion on the topic of unique global government, which is conflated and linked with various topics like globalization, futurology, from the aspect of revelations narrative or wisdom of the intellect, the discussion of the end of times, possibility or impossibility of foreseeing the future of world, and the philosophy of history. I'm sure in this study we could map out the future of history and mankind under the domain of a unique global divine government from the perspective of religious teachings. That is a kind of glance at the future through the window of the teaching of religions related with the promised Savior, without describing other methods of futurology in detail. The result of such a study is expected to lie in the verification and establishment of a moral, perfection-seeking, divine and human government which will make the man of today hopeful and motivated. It seems that a debate on the types of human governments on the basis of religious scriptures is a reliable and productive way because, firstly, it is based on the revelation, and revelation is always errorless. Secondly, some predictions have been realized by now, and so this way has proven to be true. The idea of a global government is not new to us. In fact, we are a part of it. After the world wars, several nations have come together to form global agencies for peace, security, growth, and development. And human lives across the world are significantly impacted by the work of these agencies. Ironically, such global agencies have been devoid of a spiritual basis. In a short time, these agencies have started working in the interest of most powerful and greediest of nations. The participation of the needy and the deprived have been systematically minimized. The participation of the needy and the deprived has been systematically minimized, and the lack of spirituality in the international cooperation for global governance has taken its toll on the human spirit to work in the favor of the voiceless, helpless, and the oppressed societies. It is high time to revise the definition, the scope, and impact of a global government in the light of divinely inspired scriptures. Such discourses and conferences are the necessity of our times, especially now when the international environment is characterized by conflict and violence. Wars, political aggressions, economic depressions, sectarian conflicts, power struggles, and excessive exploitation of the world's natural resources have diminished the hopes of mankind for peace and justice in their lifetime. Yet, we yearn for the dawn of the divine light, promised in the sacred revelations and hoped by millions of peace and justice-loving people all over the world. We must, however, continue to make genuine efforts in the anticipation of this global Savior, who will be a gift from God, who will guide and free mankind from the wrath and of ignorance and greed. In the anticipation of the fulfillment of the global hope for global peace, I welcome you all once again to the conference and look forward to be enlightened by the outlook of various faces about future of the world. Thank you.